Hello everybody, this is Dean from Gamer for Life, and this week I'm attempting to take part in the Kerbal Space Program. This is a demo version of the game. It's still not fully built yet, but you can take part and buy the game, and obviously when the game is finished you will get the full version of the game at a discounted price. But for now we're going to play the demo version. So let's start a game. The objective of this game is, as you can see, you've got little Kerbal friends, and you need to try and build them a space program to get them into space. So let's go. We're going to sandbox mode. Now this is the Kerbal's launch base. And that's a vehicle assembly building, so we shall go in there and start construction on our first rocket. The little Kerbals, all the little Kerbal minions are wandering around at the bottom, waiting for something to do with the little hard hats on, and there's a scientist one there with his little paper and pen. Excellent, look like little mini Frankensteins, but they're cute. Right, first thing we're going to need is a command capsule. Obviously this is where your Kerbal will fly the rocket from. So, and due to spectacular failures from previous launches, I'm going to have a parachute attached to it, because when you splash back down to Earth, unfortunately you crash and die. But never mind. So, propulsion next. So obviously to get your rocket into space you're going to need a propulsion system. So let me add a fuel tank first. Now we've got our first fuel tank, so now I'm going to try a two-stage rocket in this build, just for the laugh, see how it performs, although probably it'll spectacularly fail and crash and die like every other one that I've done, but hey, never mind. That's the fun of the whole program. So let's move the whole assembly up there so we can work on the bottom sections. So obviously because it's a two-stage, I'm going to have to put an engine there. Now we want a separator module, decoupler. To sit there, and we are also going to need the second fuel tank. So there we go, let's add a second fuel tank. And we want another engine at the bottom of that. There we go. Let's add a couple of fins on. We want 4. So let's remove that one. I've got extra on for some reason, I don't know why I did that, but never mind. So there we are. Right, one more thing I need to do beforehand. Let's just place the rocket there. In the wrong place. Okay, so where does this go? The decoupler. Where do you go? You don't go there. Okay. I'm struggling again, as always. Like I say, yeah, I'm not exactly a rocket scientist, so I don't know how to build this right. Well, I need to put my SAS module, which is basically an autopilot, so let's put that on. And move that all onto the top of the rocket like so. Okay, so might have to do this again. So where does this bit go? Does it goes there. There we go, there we go. That's it built. So quite happy overall with the rocket. It looks fine. Let's try and launch it and see how we fare in our quest to get into space. Here we go. So we're sat on the launch pad here, waiting for takeoff. Our pilot for today is Jebediah Kerman. I think I flew his brother in the previous game and killed him. So, let's get ready to launch. It's a nice clear day. And this is the map of the planet. This is where I'm taking off from. And hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, I should be able to splash down in the continent somewhere and not die this time. But hey ho, let's go. So, let's get ready for launch. Now, let's have a look at, this is young Jebediah's view inside his little capsule, all ready to go. All his controls ready. So what we need to do, we need to make sure SAS is on. Of course, we always want a little bit of autopilot help as we take off, and we'll switch back to launch view. So, let's get the throttle going. And we have launched. So, we don't know how this is going to play out. So, take it off now, reaching a fair bit of speed. As you can see, there's a sea in the background. So far the launch seems to be going quite well. Seems to be. Although for some reason both my engines are firing. That might be a problem. It wasn't supposed to do that. Oh dear. Oh well. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not no rocket scientist, so the fact that we've managed to get it off the launch pad and not explode is quite a feat, but here we go. Let's see if we can at least get into space and land. Got a little bit of roll, so just try and rect it. Try and get a nice straight flight. Excellent. And obviously, here's our man Jebediah's view inside his cockpit. He's ready for his trip into space. Oh dear, we appear to have an engine overheat. That's really not good. This might result in some sort of explosion and death. Oops. Let me try and turn that engine down. Obviously I can't, and I'm starting to veer slightly off course again. Oh, there we go. Let's just correct this. Whoa. That's not good. Okay. Young Jebediah's got a smile on his face anyway, so at least he's going to face this imminent bit of depth with the smile on his face. Poor old Jebediah. But it's science, you know, you've got to make sacrifices for the progress of Kerbal kind. There was a noise there, I didn't quite like that noise, I don't know what it was. So, at least the heading is about correct as to where I should be. Just starting to escape the atmosphere now, so hopefully speed should increase. Although I'm almost out of fuel, so I'm running both engines simultaneously. I don't quite know how to fix that, but hold on. And young Jebediah is smiling. Yes, I think what I did is I actually placed my stages in the wrong places. I've got both engines firing on stage 2 and then the separation of stage 1. So I think I understand what I've done wrong, but never mind. We've got a fair bit of speed building up now, and we are getting out of the main atmosphere. We're going into the upper atmosphere here, as you can see. And we have completely run out of fuel now. So have we got enough speed to escape the atmosphere, or am I just going to crash back down to Earth in a big spectacular fireball? Oh dearie me. Yeah, this might be a fail so far, but hold on, let's see how we go. Right, so we've still got a bit of speed, and I'm still climbing. I've not quite got into space yet though, so let me jettison the rocket, because we don't need the rocket bit now, it's completely out of fuel. So let's just hope that gives me a little bit of speed. There you can see the rocket body falling back down to the planet, where it's no doubt probably exploding some almighty fireball. Not quite convinced this is going to be a successful mission, this, but never mind. We're nearly there. We're approaching the upper atmosphere, but I'm severely out of speed at this point, so I don't think I've quite gained enough speed to escape the atmosphere. I'm still slowly climbing in altitude, so we shall see. Right. As you can see, I appear to be massively off target as to where I should be as well, so let's try and aim at my module for which looks to be some sort of certain doom-laden crash landing. I think the only thing that's going to save me from fiery death is my parachute. So, as you can see, if we look at the map, this is where I've taken off from, and as you can see, I've not actually got into space. I'm still in the atmosphere and I'm about to crash and die. Oh well. Well, at least we know the separation phase has worked. And my altitude is falling now, so I am seriously heading back down to Earth. Well, Kerbal, not Earth, but you know what I mean. So, let's get a bit of re-entry speed going on before we deploy our parachute, and hopefully at least even Jebediah will live to see another space mission. Yes, and I know where I went wrong with that one. So maybe in the next video, if I actually get them into space, we can start looking at building space stations and everything, but obviously that's when I actually get them into space. Currently, that's quite a tall order. Unfortunately, like I said before, I'm no rocket scientist. So here we go, and I'm really starting to fall back to earth now. Quite a speed, so I'll give it a while longer before I deploy my parachute, and hopefully we can have at least have a safe touchdown. So yeah, interesting little game this. It's causing quite a buzz on the internet. It's a lot like Gary's mod. You can literally build what you want. It's quite an open sandbox game. Like I say, it still is under construction. They are planning on putting a story mode in. But as I'm currently in the demo, it's still not up and running, and yes, I can see the land now. That's not good. So, do we go for a bit of free fall, or do we activate the parachute now? Well, we're slowing down speed-wise, so we're okay, but let's say we get to about 2,000 metres and activate the parachute, and then hopefully we can save little Jebediah Kerman. So as you can see, I'm pointing straight down now, and I'm heading straight to the surface of the planet. Never actually escaping the atmosphere. Oh well. We're getting close to parachute release time. Yes, right. Alright, as you can see, sort of over in the distance, just there is where I actually took off from, so I've not actually got anywhere. At least it can come and pick me up by car if I survive, or at least it can send a van for me cold, dead, lifeless body if I don't. Right, nearly time for parachute deployment, so let's get ready to deploy that and just hope that that works, because if it doesn't, pretty much a goner. Okay, okay, we have parachute deployment. That's not really open. Oh, but it's swinging me round. There we go. Is it going to slow me down? Oh, it's looking like it is. Hey, this might be a successful landing. Jebediah might live to tell the tale of being the first Kerbal to almost get into space. So here we go, just coming up to 1,000 metres left before touchdown. Is it going to be a safe touchdown, or is it going to end in some sort of explosion? Let's just correct my descent slightly, so try and land nice and evenly and square. There's the parachute opened now. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. It might just survive this trip. And Jebediah's got a nice smile on his face. He must be fairly confident. After that, or he's going to meet his maker. But never mind. So obviously the view inside the capsule, that's the speed that we're falling at. And here we go. Getting ready for touchdown. Quite a long descent now on the end of the parachute. It'll take a while. I might just have to chat rubbish while it's doing it. Yeah. So yes, as I've said before, very unsuccessful first attempt. But then again, I don't think America put Neil Armstrong on the moon after just firing one rocket. I think there's a fair few involved, and a few brave souls that lost their lives in the name of science. So is a learning curve. Right, we are getting ready for touchdown. So are we going to survive or not? Nearly there. 400 metres left before we die. So yes, this is Dean from Game for Life. This is probably one of my first videos, although I've featured in a lot of everyone else's videos. Very rare attempt to make any of my own. It's usually because I'm too busy doing other stuff, being the techno nerd of the group. Always repairing and fixing things. But I thought I'd try this video out. It's a game me and Dave were discussing and having a laugh about, and I thought, why not? I'll make my first video for the channel on Kerbal Space Program, and hopefully it'll be a successful video with no deaths. But you never know. Okay, so she was floating around in the breeze, so it's a lot better than my last attempt that I didn't record. Of course, I did actually crash to earth in some sort of spectacular fireball, but that's because I never installed a parachute. And I did actually get into space on that mission, but I died. So, but at least I might not die in this one. There is hope. There is hope. So we're slowly dropping towards Earth, 6.4 metres a second. And we are nearly there. I might say it is going to take a while, this, because I'm on a parachute and it's a slow descent, so I'm sorry if I'm boring you. You're just thinking, will you land or die already? But let's just have a look around the scenery, see if there's anything to see while we're waiting. It's land. Not really explored this planet. That's quite flat and green, to be fair. A few mountains over in the distance. And there's the ocean that I was intending to land the capsule in after I got into space, but I never made it that far, so I never had the trajectory. There's a rocket science word for you, trajectory. Obviously I don't know what it means because I'm but it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, now okay, we're nearing the point of touchdown now. The ground's starting to loom up quite close. Hopefully this might be a successful mission. We shall soon find out. Okay, the ground's coming up quite quick now. So, fingers crossed, if you're a fan of little Jebediah Kerman, he might be the first man almost to get into the space. Or he might be the first man to die spectacularly. We're just about to find out right now as we touch down and hit the ground. Okay, so we have landed, and I can still see Jebediah. He survived! He survived! Yay! Excellent, excellent. So we had a successful trip into space there. Well, nearly space. And as you can see, young Jebediah is safe in his cockpit. Safe and sound and on the ground. And that's what I call a good flight. Any flight that doesn't end in death is an excellent flight. So, there we go. Thank you for taking part in my first foray into space. And hopefully in the next video. There we go, let's just have a look at the flight results. So you see, as you can see, because I got the staging wrong, I completely damaged my fuel tanks by the engine exhaust and blew everything up. Separation worked though, fuel tank and everything crashed into the terrain, which we know. But young Jebediah survived. He survived. Obviously no flights in progress, but the aim is to try and get to the moon. If I can get to the moon from planet Kerbal, then that'll be a spectacular feat. But that'll have to come in another video because I haven't got time today. So well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please rate, comment and subscribe. And thank you once again for watching my video for Game for Life. I'm Dean. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.